This is ABC7 News at 5:30. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. The former top spy at the CIA spoke this morning here in Sarasota. John Brennan in town for the 38th annual Ringling College Library Association Town Hall.
Marla Spence was at the Van Wezel for the event and has details on Brennan's speech about counterterrorism.
Many here at the Van Wezel Performing Arts Hall welcome former CIA Director John Brennan to the Suncoast. Today he's speaking on foreign intelligence and what can be done to focus on counterterrorism moving forward. Brennan served as the CIA director under the Obama administration. To refresh your memory, just last year, Brennan told Congress he alerted the FBI of contacts between Russian officials and the Trump campaign. Today, he took questions and spoke on cyber and homeland security, the government shutdown, and current CIA Director Mike Pompeo's interview. Today, Pompeo stated how he is taking possible Russian collusion seriously and wish Brennan and the Obama administration would have handled it just as serious.
Well, I disagree with Mike Pompeo on that. We took it exceptionally seriously. He was not a part of the executive branch at the time. He was a member of the Intelligence Committee, but he was not one of the senior members of the legislative branch that was briefed on these activities. So I think he knows not of what he speaks.
Along with speaking on various topics, Brennan was honored with a portrait from Lauren DeLapa, who was a student at Ringling College of Arts and Design. I'm Marla Spence reporting for ABC7, your Suncoast News.
All eyes are on Sarasota County voters next month as we choose a new state House representative. Republican Alex Miller stepped down midway through her freshman term to focus on family and her career, and now 3 others are eager to take their first shot at public office. Margaret Good won the Democratic primary back in December. Allison Foxall is seeking the first ever Libertarian Party victory in a state House race. And James Buchanan, son of 10-year U.S. Congressman Vern Buchanan, will represent the Republican vote next month.
I think he's done an amazing job for this area, but I'm my own man. And if elected, I will continue to fight each and every day for this district.
It's a really exciting time, and it's so great to feel like you have not just big money behind you, but you have everyone behind you.
People are just like live and let live, and that's the libertarian message, and I think that resonates here.
Tonight on ABC7 at 7, all 3 candidates tell us which local issues they will be taking with them to Tallahassee.
Certainly, we have our debate here on ABC7 on January 30th as well between all 3 of those candidates.
Very exciting, too. We're all looking forward to it.
Yeah. Well, it was certainly a pleasant day here on the Suncoast today. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Well, here's a look now at the latest as far as our tower cam goes. Lots of clouds and fog out there in the Gulf of Mexico associated with a frontal system, which is still way back to the west of us. It's not a very strong cold front either, and we are not anticipating any big drop in temperatures, but it will be noticeably cooler on Wednesday. Already starting to see some light rainfall moving in across the area. Here's a look now at that front. The front itself is still back here across Louisiana into the western portion of the Gulf of Mexico. A little prefrontal trough out ahead of it, and then we have this wind from the south, and that's bringing that high dew point temperature up, and a lot of times that warm moist air goes over the cooler waters of the Gulf of Mexico, and we see that fog like we saw this morning. Sometimes that's a little long and burning off too. It is out there, and it looks like it will be continuing to move onshore across parts of west central Florida, and then we'll see the light rainfall through this evening. A little bit better chance, maybe see some showers or maybe an isolated thunderstorm overnight. As far as those winds go, they stay out of the south throughout the overnight hours. You can see that anywhere from 5 to 10 miles an hour, then picking up and turning to the northwest later in the day tomorrow. Temperatures, though, through this evening, 65 degrees at 11 with some clouds around. We'll have more in your forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Bob. 5 people are missing after an oil rig explosion in eastern Oklahoma. ABC's Danya Backus has more on this story.
The explosion happened just before 9 Monday morning.
Have a oil rig explosion in one of the needs a tanker.
Sending plumes of black smoke and flames into the air, toppling the derrick of the rig, leaving it in twisted heap with a pile of drilling pipes scattered alongside it.
Pretty much everything that is on location is on fire.
Officials say 17 workers are accounted for, but 5 remain missing.
We did bring all employees that were okay to a secure location. They're all pretty shook up from what I've seen, which is expected. You know, it's pretty traumatic deal to go through.
None of those employees suffered serious injuries. This is the second oil rig explosion in a matter of months. Back in October in Lake Pontchartrain, Louisiana, an oil rig explosion there killed one person. Investigators determined that explosion was started in a large tank on the third floor of the platform, but they still do not know the cause. Oklahoma officials say they are still investigating the source of today's explosion. Danya Backus, ABC News, Los Angeles.
A former USA Gymnastics doctor facing more of his victims in court today. More than 90 women have already confronted Larry Nassar in a Michigan courtroom last week, including Olympic medalists Allie Raisman and Jordan Weber. About 30 more victims making their statements now, which could last into Tuesday. Nassar, who also worked at Michigan State University, has already pleaded guilty to 7 counts of criminal sexual misconduct and already been sentenced to 60 years in prison on federal child pornography charges. Legislation under consideration at the state capitol aims to bring greater awareness to the issue of human trafficking in Florida. Bills filed in the House and Senate would create a permanent human trafficking hotline in Florida and require the state to develop campaigns to increase public awareness about the issue, particularly among youth and other vulnerable populations. According to the data from the National Human Trafficking Hotline, Florida has ranked 3rd in overall incidents since 2012. Supporters of the legislation say human trafficking affects people from all geographic, socioeconomic, and racial groups, and males can be victims as well as females.
A trafficker with an average of 4 to 6 victims can make up to $150,000 to $200,000 per person per year. Unfortunately, too many of these victims largely go unnoticed.
There were nearly 1,900 reports of human trafficking in Florida in 2016, a 54% increase from the previous year. So far, neither bill has been heard by any of the legislative committees as of the 3rd week of this 9-week session.
Cold weather should not be an issue for U.S. athletes during next month's Winter Olympic opening ceremony in South Korea. That's because Team USA's uniforms will have a heating system built in. The system is based on carbon and flexible ink that conducts heat, and it's powered by a slim battery pack that can last up to 11 hours. The heat feature is available on the red, white, and blue parkas, and the team will be wearing them at the opening ceremony on February 9th. The temperatures in Pyeongchang are usually in the lower 20s in February, but may drop even lower.
Hopefully, you don't have to worry about exploding batteries.
Right,
in that situation.
Very true, and I'm sure they will be very thankful to have those in those, cold temperatures.
Going to want to wear them while they compete.
Yes.
But unfortunately, it seems like they can't. But they got them in the interim, and that's okay. Right. Well, still to come here on your Suncoast News, why a minor infection could become life-threatening.
Details on one of the leading cases of deaths at U.S. hospitals and how you can treat it if detected early.
Motor Trend said the new Alfa Romeo Giulia is hands down the best sports sedan you could buy today. And named it the 2018 Motor Trend Car of the Year. Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
My name is Stefan Campagna. We're Ben Gates and Dramus, and here is your law tip of the week. If you've been injured in a car accident, the state of Florida only gives you a specific amount of time to file a claim. So act now, give us a call.
It's time to take a road trip.
Huntsville is a must-see destination. Is this your stop?
Roger.
Marvel at the U.S. Space and Rocket Center. Wow. Step into the past at Alabama Constitution Village. All aboard! The golf is stellar, and even the food is out of this world in the Rocket City. Alabama has a road trip with your name on it.
Which one you gonna take?
The classic film Singing in the Rain is coming to the Players Center in a live stage show opening January 17th. All the dances and all the songs you've come to know and love, all a part of our wild Broadway series. Get your tickets now for this limited run by calling the Players at 365-2494 or visit us online at theplayers.org. You too can be singing in the rain.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
I owed the IRS $20,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
We saved our home and overcame the most powerful collection agency in the world.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions now.
Call 1-800-565-7740. That's 1-800-565-7740.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard live up to a set of time-honored principles.
I will always place the mission first. I will never accept defeat. I will never quit. I will never leave a fallen comrade.
Learn more at nationalguard.com.
When evaluating the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, Car and Driver magazine said every crossover should be this good to drive. We agree. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Bad infections can sometimes turn life-threatening if not treated. The condition, known as sepsis, is a leading cause of death in U.S. hospitals, and it is difficult to diagnose. But if caught early, it can be treated. Mary Maloney explains in today's Health Minute.
Sepsis is the body's extreme response to an infection. An infection can occur when germs such as staph or E. coli enter a person's body and then multiply and cause damage. If not treated and stopped quickly, almost any infection that affects the lungs, skin, kidneys, or abdominal organs can turn into sepsis, which can rapidly cause tissue damage, organ failure, and even death, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. There are several warning signs of sepsis, including confusion or disorientation, shortness of breath, high heart rate, fever, shivering or feeling very cold, extreme pain or discomfort, and clammy or sweaty skin. Certain people are at higher risk for contracting sepsis through an infection, including adults 65 or older, children younger than 1 year old, and those with chronic medical conditions or weakened immune systems. Time is critical if you suspect sepsis. Call your doctor or go to the emergency room immediately if an infection is not getting better. For today's Health Minute, I'm Mary Maloney.
Now your ABC7 First Alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Already some light rain moving in. We had the fog around this morning. This is a look out of the bay. You can't see it. The visibility was down to below 1/4 mile in times, and then skies cleared for a little while, sunshine, and temperatures warmed, and now the clouds are back along with some light rainfall across the area, and you can see some of that light rain now making its way into west central Florida. Also a line of showers and storms back behind it. This is what we're going to have late tonight and more so tomorrow morning. As this main energy will stay to our north, so I'm not anticipating anything too rough in terms of severe weather here. But we will see some showers, occasionally some moderate rainfall. We're starting to see that build up there near Osprey, spreading off towards Sarasota, at least Siesta Key getting some light rain. Also just to the west of Anna Maria Island. Forecast through this evening calling for periodic showers throughout the evening. By 11 o'clock, temperatures staying pretty much right into the mid-60s. Not going to drop much tonight as a result of that west to southwesterly wind flow. The actual cold front itself is still well back here. This little piece of energy will, as I said, maintain itself on an easterly course, staying to our north and not having a huge impact on us. But we will see some slightly cooler air move in behind it once it pushes on through tomorrow midday. Now, the light rain extending from Cedar Key southward all the way to Tampa Bay and places to the south. Sarasota, Manatee County is also getting some of that light rainfall. The weather headlines read like this. Cold front comes through on Tuesday, and the actual front will move through. We're already starting to see some showers out ahead of the front. And then slightly cooler air moves in for Wednesday and Thursday. And then another cold front will move through on Sunday, and that'll be a bigger one, I think. That'll give us a chance for some showers and some thunderstorms on Sunday. 73 right now. The dew point is at 62. It's way up there. Winds out of the south at 7. The pressure 30.03 inches. That's slipping a bit as the front approaches. The high today was a warm one, 85 degrees shy of the record set again back in 2006. Dew point temperatures are in the low 60s to mid 60s now in Miami at 66 degrees there, the dew point. That means they're going to stay warm tonight. As far as current fog goes, it is a big concern for travelers to the panhandle of Florida right now, from Tallahassee stretching all the way over to Mobile. And then for us, not a lot of fog around right now, but there's a chance we could see that sea fog developing again late tonight and continuing in the morning hours. We're starting to see at least some indications thereof down in South Sarasota County. Tomorrow's hourly forecast does call for a few showers around in the morning, an isolated thunderstorm not out of the question. Clouds hanging around too, so it's not going to be a totally sunny day tomorrow. There may be a few peaks now and again. Temperatures will warm into the low 70s, which is fairly typical for this time of year. And this is a particular forecast model indicating that we'll see the clouds just on the border of our area and to the north, clear skies from, say, I-4 northward for Wednesday morning. And then the cooler temperatures move in for a couple of days. Now, current temperatures starting to drop over the northern plain states. Minot now 21. It's 28 in Minneapolis. A bit warmer, though, in Chicago and Detroit. And into Cleveland, it's 60 degrees there, so that's quite warm for this time of year, but it's all going to be changing as a cold front sweeps through. Seas running right around 2 feet with a moderate chop out there. Here's a look at the 7-day forecast. Looking for clouds and showers tomorrow morning mainly, 72 for your high, and then it cools down into the upper 60s, so just a few degrees cooler than average. Low temperatures in the upper 40s on Thursday morning, and then we start to warm back up just in time for the cold front to arrive, so things are really moisten up. And with this next front coming through, there's a better chance we could see some showers and thunderstorms come Sunday. The timing still is yet to be determined, so we're going to watch future runs here in the next few days. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Bob. Time now to check your first alert traffic for the drive home. There is some backup for drivers leaving downtown Bradenton, and there is also some congestion for drivers trying to leave Lido Key on the Ringling Bridge and Siesta Key through the North Bridge. You can expect some delays throughout those areas. Adam?
Well, Amazon is about to open its first convenience store with 0 checkout lines. The concept was first introduced in 2016. The store, called Amazon Go, will offer groceries, ready-to-eat meals, cold drinks, and meal prep kits. Shoppers will have to scan their Amazon Go app when entering. Sensors set up around the store will track shoppers' movements and then charge their Amazon account. Amazon employees have been testing the store's technology, but today marks the first time it will be open to the public in Seattle. Well, you want tickets to this year's Super Bowl? Be prepared to dig deep into those wallets. Ticket IQ, which tracks Super Bowl ticket prices, says this morning's cheapest available ticket on resale markets for Super Bowl 52 is $4,370. And believe it or not, that price is actually down $500 from Sunday because Minnesota failed to advance to the Super Bowl, meaning it will not be the first team in NFL history to play a Super Bowl at its home stadium. But this year's showdown between the New England Patriots and Philadelphia Eagles still commanding a pretty penny.
The Manatee County School District wrapping up screenings for its exceptional student education program. The district evaluating children ages 3 to 5 who may be in need of ESE services. Parents and guardians who are concerned with their child's development areas like speech, language, or learning behavior were encouraged to attend.
This is looking at is if the children have any additional special needs, whether they are behavioral, academic, speech and or language, occupational, physical therapy, to see what additional needs they'll have upon entering school.
The last day of school for students this year is May 29th, and the new school year is just around the corner, but the school district has not released the calendar for the 2018-2019 school year.
I'm sure plenty of students are eager to see that. Couldn't you just not wait to see that school schedule come out?
You could see when school, maybe it started a little later than normal.
Maybe a little later, but also maybe a little earlier. So you're not always out of the woods. Entertainment news is coming up next.
Why settle for less? Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's 2017 most trusted brand, best overall brand, and lowest 5-year cost to own. And Subaru Impreza is an IIHS top safety pick for 11 years running. Lease the all-new Subaru Impreza for just $185 a month, or get 0% financing and 0 down with complimentary maintenance included. That's right, not 1 penny down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
My name is Luke Perry, and I am 1 million strong. I'm in the fight against colorectal cancer because I believe we can win it. Colon and rectal cancers are the second leading cause of cancer deaths among men and women in the U.S. Colon cancer is preventable. Know the risk factors and make sure to get screened. There are simple, take-home options available. Take control of your health. Screening for colon cancer isn't embarrassing. It can be life-saving. To find out more about your options, visit fightcrc.org.
Selfless service is the principle that guides Army National Guard soldiers to be ready whenever disaster strikes. They have a stake in the well-being of the neighborhoods where they live and work. They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times. Selfless service. It's what inspires the men and women of the Army National Guard to be part of something greater than themselves. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more.
I'm Deshauna Barber. In 2016, I was proud to win the title of Miss USA. What makes me just as proud is my service in the U.S. military. In the service, a soldier gains skills and learns values like discipline and leadership. That makes them an asset to any business that hires them. If you're an employer, on behalf of Coalition to Salute America's Heroes, remember to hire smart and bet on a vet. Visit saluteheroes.org or call this number to learn more.
Here's today's job of the day. ABC7 is seeking a full-time receptionist / accounts payable administrator. AP or general accounting experience preferred. Visit mysuncoast.com/job of the day to apply.
The 46-year-old Irish musician and lead singer of the Cranberries, Dolores O'Riordan, was found dead in her hotel room 1 week ago. She had been in London for a recording session. Thousands gathered on Sunday in Limerick, Ireland, to remember the singer. Fans lined up outside of St. Joseph's Church to attend a public service on Sunday. According to CNN affiliate TV3, this is one of several public services that will be held before the singer's funeral on Tuesday.
There's another royal wedding in Britain's future this year. Buckingham Palace announcing today that Princess Eugenie of York is now engaged to Jack Brooksbank. The couple got engaged in Nicaragua earlier this month. Princess Eugenie is Queen Elizabeth's granddaughter. Her parents are the Duke and Duchess of York, Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson. They will exchange vows at St. George's Chapel, in Windsor in the fall. That's the same venue where Prince Harry will marry Meghan Markle in May.
With women in the roles of host and all presenters, the Me Too and Time's Up movements were sure to be major themes at the 24th Screen Actor Guild Awards. As David Daniel reports, the evening was a salute to equality and acting excellence.
We are living in a watershed moment, and as we march forward with active momentum and open ears, let's make sure that we're leading the charge with empathy and with diligence, because fear and anger never win the race.
SAG Awards host Kristen Bell set the tone, and many followed, including the men. 3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri took 3 trophies, one for Sam Rockwell, who saluted another winner as he referenced the women's movement.
Frances McDormand, you're a powerhouse. I'm in awe of you, and I stand shoulder to shoulder with you and all the incredible women in this room for trying to make things better.
Truth is power, and women are stepping into their power.
Life Achievement honoree Morgan Freeman had a complaint.
I'm going to tell you what's wrong with this statue. It works from the back. From the front, it's gender specific. Maybe I started something.
Nicole Kidman, who won her first SAG Award this year on her 10th nomination, spoke about age as well as gender.
And how wonderful it is that our careers today can go beyond 40 years old. 20 years ago, we were pretty washed up by this stage.
As usual at the SAG Awards, where actors salute and support each other, it came down to the work.
It's our job to find the truth. And I think it's a glorious way to make a living, especially in this day and age when
So many people either can't recognize the truth or don't think it's important.
What a blessing it is to do what you love for a living. To all those people out there still hustling, trying to make it, the fame won't sustain you, the money won't sustain you, the love, keep that love alive. It'll keep you going.
In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Okay, well, stay with us. We have more news and a look at your weather for the rest of the work week coming up.